It took one person to awaken the world to the realities of climate change. One person to light up communities enveloped in darkness. One person to feed a starving nation. Each one starting from their own home and yet making a global impact. Imagine what you can do, even at home. More beneficiary. With more initiative. Through more avenue. As one person, you can make a difference. But together, we can do more at home.
Welcome to More at Home. The CSR Day has been an annual tradition and one of our most anticipated events. However, due to the pandemic, we unfortunately weren't able to do it last year, and I'm sure you all miss it. The bad news is that we won't have a CSR Day this year. You heard me right, there won't be a CSR Day this year. That's because More at Home will run throughout the rest of 2021. To tell us more about it, allow me to welcome our President and CEO and CSR champion, Yuji Hamamoto.
Hi, Infocom and Inspiro. I hope we are all keeping safe and taking time to take care of ourselves as well. I reach out to you, let you know about one of our most anticipated programs, our CSR Day. This year, we have taken a holistic view of how we conduct our community outreach programs. As a global enterprise, we must create a long-term outlook for our company, stakeholders, and the broader community. This is what we can call sustainability. Under sustainability, we have three equally essential considerations: environmental, social, and governance. Using LED lights in our site is a program under environmental protection. Ensuring our long-term viability by expanding our services or getting new clients, two great examples under governance. Taking care of you, our employees under this pandemic, and our CSR Day fall under the social category. So, what do we have for our CSR efforts this year? I'm happy to share that we are launching More at Home. More because we want to reach more beneficiaries through more initiatives. Home because we want our employees and their dependents to benefit as well. So, how do we implement more at home? First, the company will award 20,000 peso subsidy each to one deserving employee or dependent per site who needs support to complete their last year of high school or tertiary education. We are looking for students who are driven but lack financial resources to complete their education. Second, we partner with Liter of Light, a global movement committed to providing affordable, sustainable solar light to people with limited access or no electricity. Our goal is to raise enough funds to build and donate 1,000 lamps. The third is to volunteer our time, talent, or treasure without leaving our homes. Due to the physical limitations, we are partnering with iVolunteer, where you can choose to support causes like animal welfare, digital and technologies, art and culture, health and well-being education, and a whole lot more. Our goal is for each of us to devote 4 hours to volunteer work from now till the end of the year to bring us to 3 million minutes of volunteer time. I look forward to your support, and let's not forget to have fun as we spread malasakit throughout the world. Come on and let's have more at home.
During these times, now more than ever, we need to bring to life Inspiro's and Infocom's time-honored value, malasakit. Truly, there are a lot of ways to bring light or be a light to others. And now, to enlighten us, no pun intended, more about one of our initiatives of this year's CSR program, please welcome our Global Head of Operations, Regino.
Hello everyone. I'm here to invite all of you to our CSR Day, and this year we are doing something extra special. We are going to support and acquire this Liter of Light, and we won't be able to do this without your contribution. So I invite everyone to please help us generate enough funds so we can get as many of these units, and we will extend this to the household who still have no access to power and light. I'm sure it's going to be very, very helpful. Secondly, I invite you to also help us assemble these units prior giving this away to our beneficiary. It's also our way of doing and reinforcing our green initiatives.
Ang hinahangad po namin sa Liter of Light as a volunteer to be able to reach each and every home, to educate people, at the same time, makatipid po sila sa kuryente. And alam po nila na may alternative sources of energy na hindi po nila kailangan dumepende sa commercial electricity para lang magkaroon ng ilaw. It is possible to do this, without being an electronics engineer, without being a technician, but just simple basic knowledge sa electronics. Only 2% of the Filipinos know about alternative sources of energy, such as solar.
Ano po yung nagawa nung bote ng ilaw dyan po sa bubungan natin?
Nakakatipid kami sa kuryente. Kasi pag-araw hindi na kami nag-iilaw dyan kasi yun na ang ilaw namin. Talagang maliwanag na maliwanag siya. Lalo pag sobrang ang init.
Maraming natutuwa sa imbento na to, sa kuryente, na malaking tipid rin nila eh. Kaya gustong-gusto rin nila eh. Ito, wala na itong patayan eh.
Nabalitaan namin na may mag-aano daw dito ng solar. So, interesado kami na matuto dahil kailangan namin yun dito. Kaya pumunta kami.
So, magsimula muna tayo sa bote kung saan pumapasok yung araw sa umaga. Pero yung mas importante talaga is yung panggabi.
The revisions we made for the standard solar bulb, kasi useful lang siya sa morning. So, pagdating na ng gabi, since wala na tayong araw or wala ng sun, hindi na siya magagamit ng mga pamilya na install ng solar light. What we have here, we designed a simple circuit kung saan pagdating ng gabi, automatic magti-trigger siya, mag-on na yung light sa ilalim. Tapos, ginawa rin namin available yung buong sirkito na madaling intindihin ng mga tao. So, ito po yung dati nating bote. Ito po yung nadagdag na po natin yung ilaw. Pag umaga, nakita niyo po hindi gumagas, may araw pa. Pero pagdating po ng gabi, pag tinakpan niyo po yan, automatic po mag-on. Theoretically speaking, sa 1 watt LED na to, sa high power na LED, kayang-kaya niya magpailaw ng 15 square meters na kwarto, na ito lang. Tapos reading light po siya. Ibig sabihin, sa ilaw lang na ito, kayang-kaya mo na magbasa ng libro.
Napakalaking bagay para sa katulad namin dito sa bundok. Excited lalo ako, masasabi ko sa mga kababaihan dito na ito ay pwede natin gamitin na hanap buhay, lalo sa mahirap na buhay natin dito.
Lahat ito is open source namin para makatulong, hindi lang para sa inyong bahay, pero pangkabuhayan. Yan yung 1 litrong liwanag. Isang solusyon para sa umaga, pero mas magandang solusyon para sa gabi.
Liwanag na.
As many of you know, with the current pandemic, there's been lots of problems with tribes not able to sell their vegetables and wares to the city. That is why kerosene is one of the most expensive way that keeps these villages lit. With solar lights, we're going to be able for the next 5 years to exchange that expensive dependence on kerosene and also the difficulty of getting it to these villages, besides the fact that there is danger to it and there's toxicity to clean energy. We will be giving lights to Angat Dam and Wawa Dam, where many tribes are staying. This is where the water source of the city comes from. We'll be giving it also to adjacent Tanay Rizal and also to the Mangyan communities in Mindoro. Thank you very much to all the Inspiro volunteers who gave their time and energy, and I'm sure inspired others to move into clean energy. To Inspiro and Infocom, thank you very much. We're very excited to work with you, and thank you for changing lives for cleaner energy. And that spark will change their lives for many, many years to come. Thank you.
Can you imagine how many households will be given a chance to improve their livelihoods by simply providing them light? With your donation of 1,000 solar lamps, tens of thousands of lives will be changed for the better. With more at home, what else has changed? Let's find out from our Chief People Officer, Marvin Victoriano.
Each and every year, our CSR programs have always been geared towards youth and education. We've helped schools, orphanages, and children's hospitals by renovating facilities, painting classrooms, providing computer desktops, teaching music, arts, and crafts, and playing and interacting with the kids in those communities. We will continue to focus on education as one of our major initiatives this year. But for the very first time in our CSR history, More at Home will give back to you. A total of 240,000 pesos has been set aside for 12 deserving employees or their dependents, that's one from each site, who will be awarded an education subsidy or tablet for distance learning. We're looking for dedicated and promising students who are in their last year of high school, college, or vocational course who need financial assistance to complete their education. We encourage you to nominate your colleague or their dependent who fits this qualification. Just reach out to your CSR site lead for guidance. I would like to personally congratulate our scholars in advance and look forward to meeting all of you soon. Remember, at Inspiro and Infocom, your success inspires us.
12 scholars, all from within Infocom and Inspiro. Very inspiring. This reminds me of the kids from Nayo ng Kabataan, where I have been volunteering for the past 5 CSR days. There's really nothing like watching their eyes light up and their smiles from ear to ear. I do miss those times and can't wait till we can visit them again in person. But did you know that in the meantime, we can still make a difference from the comfort and safety of our own homes? Let's watch this. Talent, and treasure. Indeed, there are so many ways to make a difference. Now, how can you help your site achieve your fundraising target? Let's hear it from our site CSR lead.
For this year's CSR, we are committed to make the Dumaguete site more eco-friendly. Our activities are designed to promote green living, to conserve energy, and to encourage everyone to reduce, recycle, and reuse. We're only starting it this year, but we hope to sustain it for many years to come. And who are our target beneficiaries? Of course, it's all our employees, the company, and most of all, it will benefit Mother Earth.
So we have 2 activities lined up for Infocom Dumaguete. The first activity is to be able to provide aid to our city jail inmates, and we're looking at giving out hygiene kits for them, shampoo, soap, toothpaste, etc. And that's approximately a total of 500 folks that are there in the city jail. What we intend to do is to drive the donations from our ATDs through payroll. So we should be able to generate a certain budget for this, which we're actually looking at just using up 10,000 pesos for the total donations. Now the second activity is for our dyers, our guards, our parking boys who are helping us out within the Dumaguete compound. So our objective is to be able to help out and provide aid to our site personnel who are responsible for the sanitation, safety, and orderliness of the site, and as well as the whole compound in Dumaguete. So our drive is also coming from the ATDs, which we are also looking at the 10,000 peso budget. So in total, we are approximately going to look at a timeline of June 1 to June 31 for our donation period, and we should be able to do some purchases and packaging within the first and second week of August, and then the actual activity on the third week of August and also the fourth week. So all of the activities that are lined up in Infocom Dumaguete should be completed within the month of August, but we will continue. If we have extra budget, we will continue with the other activities that are lined up until the end of the year.
Hi, I'm JP Suarez, and I will be your CSR Head Office Site Lead for 2021. This year, we wanted to focus on a few different initiatives. Firstly, we wanted to be able to help those directly impacted by the COVID pandemic. Secondly, we wanted to find a way for our head office teammates to volunteer their valuable time. And third, we would like to set up a series of CSR initiatives that would last for the entire of 2021. I believe that the CSR Committee for Head Office worked hard to achieve these objectives. This is the Happiness Project. They are grassroots organizations that have had charity, volunteer, and donation drives since the beginning of the pandemic. Their latest initiative was setting up community pantries across Metro Manila. If any head office teammate would like to help with these community pantries, they would just need to get a list of items needed for beneficiaries. Fill up an eco-friendly bag, which will be provided, and have the items delivered to head office or the site they work at. These items will then be delivered to the Happiness Project to be dispersed to the different community pantries across Metro Manila. Next is Project Inclusion. They work with communities to improve access and opportunities for PWDs through different programs. We can volunteer with them by forming a peer support team and mentor PWDs currently seeking employment. Many with physical disabilities who cannot make it to an office location on a daily basis can now work with us since we are offering many different types of work-from-home positions. If anyone would like to volunteer, it would be a 2 mentors to 1 mentee ratio. The commitment is 4.5 hours, which includes a 1.5-hour volunteer orientation, and to be facilitated 3 one-hour sessions based on mutual availability. Mentors can opt out after 3 sessions or continue their engagement. Next are beneficiaries that we plan to work with within 2021 to 2022. We have already met with each organization and are currently plotting possible activities. So that's about it, team. We'll be sending out detailed mechanics on how you can volunteer or donate and give more, even if you're at home. Thanks very much.
Be more with less. That's how I look at life at this very age. In these times of pandemic, everything is limited, but this should not stop us from being an amazing individual and being a great team. As such, we continue to show our malasakit and extend the best that we can to share to our community. In the past years, as part of our corporate social responsibility, it has been a tradition to give back. Over the years, we have helped adopted communities in Iloilo City and its neighboring towns. We have provided assistance to schools, we repaired libraries, we immerse ourselves into the lives of those who need us the most. This year, we have recalibrated our aim and decided on a target closer to home. As part of the changes this year, the activities will now be spread across the remaining months. This means that there are more opportunities for us to give back. Our site activities for this year will focus on environment, education, and helping our forgotten frontliners. Our target beneficiaries will be school children, forgotten frontliners, adopted barangays and communities, and partner with organizations on environmental causes. We would like our employees to be involved in our causes and make a positive impact and difference in the society. Because as the quote goes, giving is not just about making a donation, it's about making a difference.
As we continue the legacy of giving back, Infocom City Motors is now focusing on helping the community, our beloved employees, and even extending it to their families.
Hello Infocom! In line with our CSR activities, we have fundraising initiatives to support our chosen beneficiaries. First is the dress down for a cause. So for just 15 pesos, you will be allowed to wear flip-flops, shorts, or ripped jeans. Second is the ML tournament. So by purchasing a ticket, you will be able to join online tournament and win exciting prizes. So now, this is the time to give back by extending your love and kindness to others.
The third activity would be One Shirt, One Home. Design shirts customized for the CSR event will be sold to our employees, and 10% of the price will go to the CSR fundraising budget. And lastly, the Deduct to Help activity, wherein our employees will spare an amount from their salaries to be donated to our chosen beneficiaries. Definitely, the deduction will have to be authorized by our generous employees.
This year, despite the pandemic, we aim to provide bigger impact on the lives of our employees and show that we can indeed do more at home.
The CSR project has been part of our DNA ever since it was launched. However, this year might be different because of the pandemic. But despite the current situation, one thing remains the same, and that is our drive and our heart to help others in order to make a difference. So for this year, our Infocom Muñoz and Mega One sites will be doing the following activities in order to raise funds.
The virtual online games. This is an online fundraising activity to promote camaraderie and sportsmanship among our employees. At the same time, generate funds in order for us to support our chosen charities.
One Shirt, One Tent. With the CSR Day theme of More at Home, our team will sell CSR Day shirts, and the proceeds will be used to buy school supplies for our chosen school beneficiary.
Beauty with a Heart. It's a virtual pageant not just for the Mr. and Miss, but also for the Miss K employees of Infocom. The CSR activity aims for our employees not just to showcase their beauty, their talent, and their wit, but also to raise funds for their chosen beneficiaries. The crowned king and queens will be judged based on their ticket sales and judges' rating.
With these activities, we are targeting to raise 200,000 pesos in order to support the needs of our beneficiaries at Dr. Albert Elementary School, Children's Medical Center, Northfield Foundation Incorporated, and 3 employee beneficiaries.
You're broken down inside, living life in a merry-go-round. You can fight a fire, it's eating you. We gotta walk it out, move mountains. We gotta walk it out and move mountains.
Are you guys still there? Hold on, because we still have more.
Hi Inspiro Nation. It's a time of the year again where we give back to our community. This year, our theme is More at Home. For the Insular site, we're gonna help the people that secure, keep our home clean, and drive us to our destinations and back home on site. And these are our janitorial and security people and our drivers. There's going to be year-round fundraiser and fun events, so keep tuned, we'll let you know. I humbly come before you asking your help for a small amount and your time to help our brothers and sisters in need. I know it's hard times, but let's share our blessings. Keep safe and advance thank you.
Hi, Inspiro Nation. I hope everyone's keeping safe and having fun during this pandemic. I know that as Filipinos, we continue to strive and survive because of our traits, bayanihan, and at the same time, compassion. For the past year's CSR days, we made sure to help out the community around Mandaluyong site. For this year, it will be most relevant as we look back and give back to those unsung heroes who have continued services fearlessly. They've been on site ever since, sanitizing it and making sure that we're all safe. I'm talking about none other than our dyers housekeeping, security guards, and at the same time, drivers. Our plan is to provide them some donations worth 5,000 pesos each. Now, the schedules will vary. It would fall on Q3. So we do have different fundraising activities and reaching out to everyone to help out and have fun at the same time. Once again, appreciate everyone's help. Let's have fun. Mabuhay.
This year's Smart Home CSR activity will be different as compared to the past years. It is different because we can no longer do our face-to-face outreach activities, and at the same time different because we're amidst the pandemic. That's why we at the Quezon City Mega One site decided to do something different this year. We wanted to help the community in its fight against COVID. That's why we've reached out to the local governments of both Quezon City and Manila on how we can help in their call-out activities when it comes to the vaccination drive and contact tracing. With these initiatives, we believe we could generate around 30,000 volunteer minutes, which will help the community. I know the CSR day will be different, but this will be more meaningful and worthwhile. Stay safe, everyone. Thank you.
Let me share with you one of my favorite quotes. The power of giving is greater than the joy in receiving. This year's CSR Day activity, our beneficiary is the Halimang Pagmamahal Children's Home. This is where neglected and abandoned children are being surrendered with ages 4 months up to 9 years old. We aim to provide their daily needs and support their education. And this will only happen if we support our fundraising activities on site. And what do we have? We have hot dog selling, we have virtual games, newspaper drive, and a lot more. So I encourage each one of you to give a little with what you have. In this way, we can show our malasakit in our community and make an impact to the lives of these children.
Welcome to the U.S. CSR Year. My name is Earl Bird. I'm the U.S. Human Resource Manager based in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Throughout this year, we'll be focusing on several different areas such as more at home, as well as focusing in on our communities. For our community involvement this year, we'll be partnering with the national organization Boys Club and Girls Club of America. With the workforce throughout the U.S., this will allow our employees in other states to help support their local communities based on where they live. We will be doing this in several different ways. We're going to have 50-50 raffles, raffling off gift baskets from 1-800-Flowers, partnering with Amazon Smile, as well as a pledge challenge of what can I have less so I can give more. These events will officially kick off on June 1st.
We've seen and heard the targets, but how do we achieve them? Simple. Just ask yourself, what can I have less of so I can give more? The less is more challenge is your chance to make an impact on our beneficiaries with your sacrifice. So, what can I have less of so I can give more? Oh, I can give up my Shopee allowance for the upcoming sale. How about you? What's your list?
What can I have less so I can give more? Perhaps it's a travel. Every year, so I travel abroad. I will donate my time and the money to the society. To all my direct reports, what's your less?
What can I have less so I can give more? I pledge to do less online shopping so I can fund for one scholar.
What can I have less so I can give more? I'll minimize the use of my aircon during the night so that I can give more.
What can I give less to give more? I give less spending time in social media to give more time to my family and friends.
What can I have less so I can give more? I'll give up more of my food deliveries for 1 month. What about you, Marky?
Challenge accepted, Ma'am Chai. What can I have less of so I can give more? I'll give up my bookings via Grab for 1 week. What about you, Arky? What's your less?
What can I have less to give more? I could give up buying or shopping unnecessary things online and use it to help other people during our CSR day. How about you, Manager Paul? What can you have less to give more?
What can I have less to give more? I can give up 3 months worth of my Korean drama subscription so I could give more.
What can I have less so I can give more? I'll give half of my idle time for more time with my friends and family. What about you, Manager Now? What's your less?
I can have less food and give more time to exercise.
I'll give up my 1 stick of cigarette per day for 1 month. How about you, Rob? What's your less?
I can give up half of my week. I'm actually spending around 50 pesos worth of load just to play Mobile Legends. So I can give it up just to give more.
I can and I will give up all the sweet cravings that I have on a daily basis for those who can't eat. How about you, Mika?
I'll give up my taxi fare to make donation.
What can I have less of and give more to? Well, this weekend I will not be barbecuing, so I'm gonna go ahead and give that money to the community.
What can I get less to give more? I needed to purchase makeup, but I'm going to donate that amount to the CSR Day. What about you?
I'm gonna give up my daily Dr. Pepper for the next 2 months. What about you, Scott? What's your less?
Well, Mark, I'm gonna give up my sushi for 2 months. What about you, Amy? What's your less?
Wow, that's a lot. Imagine all of us doing this challenge. We're definitely gonna beat the target. That's why I would like to invite everyone to post your Less is More challenge on your social media account with the hashtag #MoreAtHomeCSR 2021 and Inspiro x Infocom.
And before we end this program, we would like to thank our partners, Leader of Light and I Volunteer Philippines for their support. And of course, thank you everyone for being with us today. I am your host, Mavi Vidanya, saying together we can do more at home. Bye-bye.
At Inspiro and Infocom, we do more at home.